Hey, I'm Hackprod Wizard. I'm a top 10 Baiken player. This is a Baiken Quickstart guide for new players or people returning to Strive before the release of Ranked this summer. This is not an optimal combo guide or a thorough examination of our options. I'm showing some basic combos and techniques necessary to play at every stage of the game and gain some confidence while piloting Baiken. There is nuance and counterplay to pretty much everything here that I'm leaving for you to explore. So if you're an advanced player who is upset with my selections, feel free to leave some corrections in the comments. If you're unfamiliar with any of the terminology used in this video, I highly encourage you to check out Info's glossary at glossary.info.net. Definitions will also pop up on screen, so feel free to pause and read. Here's a quick primer on Numpad notation. This way of denoting moves and combos represents each of the 8 possible directional inputs as a number using a computer numpad as reference. So assuming your character is facing right, imagine 5 as neutral, 2 as down, 6 as forward, and 4 as back. So the quarter circle forward input would be denoted as 2, 3, 6. This always assumes your character is facing right, so even if you're facing left, a quarter circle will still be denoted as 2, 3, 6. Also, don't expect to remember every piece of information in this guide on your first watch. Fighting games are fast, and you will panic and flail during a match. It happens to everybody. Take in one piece of information at a time. And with all of that out of the way, Baiken is defined by her strong mix-ups, tricky pressure with her tether mechanic, and solid defensive tools, making her difficult to pressure effectively. Those strengths coming at the cost of needing meter to run most of her game plan, a below-average grounded anti-air game, and some temperamental conversion ability. For beginners to the fighting game genre, there is also a non-trivial mechanical component. Some of the inputs and setups required to pilot Baiken effectively are unique and can be difficult to learn and perform under pressure at first. Very quickly giving an overview of Baiken's main buttons. / is a fast, active button with low recovery that allows Baiken to wall her opponents out, making the opponent's grounded approach very difficult. / combos at all ranges on counter hit, and some ranges on normal hit. Her close slash is very standard. It is jump cancelable, which allows her to go directly into an instant overhead with Youzansen or strike low with 2D. Baiken's 5P is a stubby button, but at 4 frames it is Baiken's fastest normal. It allows her to mash out of pressure and combos directly into 6k at close ranges. 2H is an advancing low move that can catch the opponent's backdashes, and low profiles during its active frames. It is a slow move at 17 frames, but it is a crucial part of Baiken's approaching game. Jumping slash is an incredible air button. It's a fast, active, long-range, comboable air normal that hits diagonally below her. It's great as an air-to-air, a jump-in, or a space control tool. Baiken has a unique throw. The default throw will apply a tether and drop the opponent at her feet, but holding down dust during the throw animation will toss her opponent far away. When the tether is already applied, this allows for Baiken to meterlessly combo off her throw. Youzansen, Baiken's signature special move in Strive. Youzansen is a large, air-only special move that comes out very fast at 9 frames. Youzansen also has a secondary effect on the later half of the active frames. It vacuums the opponent towards Baiken. This allows her to get a combo meterlessly when you hit an opponent while crossing over them with Youzansen. Using this move without Roman cancelling is very unsafe on block, so try to only use it when you have meter to keep yourself safe. H-Kabari, or H-Kabari 1, is a long disjointed strike that controls a large portion of horizontal space in front of Baiken. Great for catching people standing outside of your / range. It has the same on-block advantage as Tatami, but it has a vacuum effect on the opponent, making this throw punishable if spaced poorly. H-Kabari 2, performed by inputting heavy slash after H-Kabari. This is a frame trap follow-up from H-Kabari 1, but unsafe on block at close ranges. S-Kabari or tether. On hit or block, this applies a tether connecting you to your opponent, alongside a strong vacuum effect pulling the opponent near point blank to Baiken. S-Kabari also gives Baiken 3 frames of advantage, allowing her to frame trap any throw, mash, or jump attempt from the opponent. Tatami Gaish, or just Tatami, is Baiken's safest special cancel. If you're close to the opponent and want to end your pressure on block, this is your best bet. On the ground, this is a 2-hitting special move that is -3 on block, also usable in the air to control space or set up a safe jump. The grounded version can also nullify projectiles, but this is a relatively niche use case. For more information on Hiragi, check out the defense section of this video. Tsurane Sanzu Watashi is Baiken's metered invincible reversal. Unlike Hiragi, this is also throw invulnerable. Tsurane covers a decent horizontal distance in front of Baiken. It also has a surprising amount of corner carry. You can use Tsurane when the opponent is wall stuck for extra damage and a hard knockdown going into the next stage. Kenju is Baiken's projectile super. It can be used as an anti-zoning tool versus characters who like to set up full screen, a niche anti-air to close out rounds, and it can also be a combo tool, allowing conversions that are not typically possible with its vacuum effect on hit. How to instant air special Youzansen. Baiken's mix-ups are made possible by her special move Youzansen being unreactable and requiring the opponent to stand block. But since it's an air-only special move, we have to use an input technique to get Youzansen to come out as low to the ground as possible. To get Youzansen to come out from a grounded position, we can use the 2-3-6-9S input. The 9 at the end gets Baiken to jump forward for a few frames, and since we have buffered 2-3-6 before it, Youzansen can come out instantly. You might also hear people refer to this as tiger kneeing or TKing a special move. If you're having trouble getting Youzansen to come out, turn on the input display in training mode and make sure you're hitting the 6 and 9 inputs. With focused practice, I promise you can figure it out, even if it feels difficult. Here is some real footage of me attempting to hit a TK Youzansen when I started. I promise it's possible, it'll just take a little bit. These are Baiken's bread and butter combos. After moves that pop the opponent into the air, close/6H H-Kabari works most of the time. You can expect these situations after extending a combo with Red Roman Cancel, or a cross-up Youzansen. And here is a Youzansen combo to get you started. If you're looking to squeeze more damage out of each Youzansen, check out the worthwhile upgrade section of this video. After most hits, if you want to extend with a Red Roman Cancel, the follow-up should be instant air dash Tatami, close/6H H-Kabari. You can omit the instant air dash Tatami if you are not confident, but it does give a significant amount of corner carry. And here are a couple setups to use during tether. And your best grounded anti-air combo. Most of Baiken's combos end in H-Kabari. This sets up a hard knockdown that nearly always allows you to get an IAD Tatami setup. This setup hits the opponent meaty, and gives you enough time to hold down back to block an opponent's invincible reversal attempt. This is not a traditional safe jump, as you have to guess. It is not feasible to react to the Tatami connecting versus it phasing through the opponent during their reversal. Also gives you some frame advantage, so you can mix up your opponent with Youzansen or 2D when you have meter. Alternatively, the frame advantage will help you attempt to close the gap with throw or S-Kabari. If you connect H-Kabari against a grounded opponent and confirm into the knockdown, you can use a 5k frame kill afterwards into a forward jump instant air dash Youzansen to hit your opponent cross up. You can also do a forward jump instant air dash JH to hit your opponent same side. When Baiken throws an opponent, she also applies a tether at great frame advantage. Baiken can leverage this time to mix up her opponent after throw. This is the most difficult to execute setup in this entire video, but getting value off of Baiken's throw is core to her offense. I will cover some common mistakes I see when attempting this mix. The setup looks like this. You throw into a super jump, JP frame kill directly into Youzansen. This will hit the opponent cross up. If you slightly delay the Youzansen after the second JP, this will hit same side on the opponent. For cross-up, you want to perform all of these actions as soon as possible. Try inputting the first punch at the same time you press up for the super jump. Failing to get the super jump, or adding too much delay when attempting for the same side variant, will make you hit the floor way too early for Youzansen to come out. If you want cross-up but keep getting same side, you likely had too large of gaps between your inputs. Here are the combo routes for both cross-up and same side. If this is too difficult or you're looking for more options, consider watching Boat's Baiken Throw-Oki guide on YouTube. It will be linked in the description. If you're looking for some guidance on what you should be doing with Baiken, here is a very basic game plan. Wall the opponent out with far slash, or catch them running away with a mix of dashing far slash, 2H, H-Kabari, and instant air dash JS. Convert a hit into an H-Kabari knockdown and do an instant air dash Tatami setup. If you have meter, mix up the opponent with an instant air special Youzansen, or 2D, and combo however you want. If you don't have any meter, frame trap the opponent if you think they will mash or jump on your setup. If you think they're going to sit still, try running in with a throw, or alternatively, go for an Eskabari. Most of Baiken's combos will end in a wall break or a hard knockdown, which loops back to steps 1 and 2 respectively. If you need a visual, here's a literal flowchart. This game plan misses a lot of the nuance of neutral and consideration for your opponent's options, but it's a great place to start for building your understanding of the game. When this starts to fail you, add or modify it however you see fit. Hiragi. This is Baiken's unique reversal. This powerful defensive option allows Baiken to catch an opponent's strike and counter with a single damaging hit that leaves the opponent in a hard knockdown situation. If the opponent is too far away when Hiragi catches their strike, the opponent will be put in a guard crush state and Baiken has the ability to dash cancel and close the gap at a large advantage. Hiragi is also special in Strive due to it being the only special move that can be guard cancelled, meaning while you are stunned from blocking an attack from the opponent, you can still perform Hiragi. This guard cancel version of Hiragi has the same dash cancel opportunity as the long distance parry. One difference is that the guard cancel parry has a shorter window to catch strikes at 7 frames as opposed to the regular Hiragi's 10 frames. Guard cancel Hiragi will also have a unique visual effect in front of Baiken's hand during the animation. This guard cancel parry is incredibly powerful, allowing Baiken to reversal her way out of gapless block strings that other characters cannot interact with. This comes with great responsibility, however. The short catch window and lack of input buffer means that timing parry can be difficult, and is prone to getting punished if you or the opponent is off their timing even a little bit. If you successfully catch a parry, you have enough frame advantage to dash in for a close slash afterwards for a meaty. You may also use Eskabari to apply a tether, but this is not meaty. The opponent may 6p or reversal this on reaction. "5p is Baiken's fastest normal, making it excellent for mashing out of an opponent's pressure. At particularly close ranges, a 5p can combo into 6k Tatami as well, giving Baiken a knockdown situation when she guesses against the opponent's pressure correctly. 5p is quite stubby, and may whiff even on approaching opponents. You can opt for 2k instead to trade some speed for some range, although both 2k and 5p will have ranges where they will fail to connect with 6k. Say the opponent blocks an Eskabari. 5p beats throw, mashes, and jump. The lowest reward but catches the most options. 5p will whiff if the opponent backdashes, but Baiken is still at advantage and can take her turn back. Close slash beats backdash or jump for a much higher reward. Backdash beats most meterless reversals and throws, but loses to most metered reversals and the opponent mashing. Here are some worthwhile upgrades if you have the inclination to learn some harder combos. This is the ladder combo. This combo converts just past mid-screen to wall break, and otherwise gives you a hard knockdown. If when attempting this combo you can't get the jump cancel, that means you are likely getting a super jump Youzansen, and super jumping removes the ability to double jump. You need to hold the down input for slightly longer. Think of this as sort of a charge move. Here is your meterless combo for a DP punish or a burst bait. This is the most important air-to-air combo for Baiken that will route into a hard knockdown. You can use this route to squeeze some extra damage out of a Youzansen starter in the corner, but be wary, this does not work if you have the opponent tethered. This is an easier alternative that gives more control over when the wall breaks at the cost of some damage. If you haven't already, please check out Baiken's page over on dustloop.com. It's a great community-run resource that can help you discover new combos, tech, and strategy. And if you got this far, thank you, I appreciate your time. If you have any questions about Baiken at all, leave them in the comments and I will reply to each and every one of them. You can also catch me streaming over on Twitch. I tend to stream about 2 times a week, after 5:30 Eastern. Funny ass Hurtbox, you were inside of my pelvis, dude. Pause. I've been triangle jumped. I got triangle jumped. He's fucking Dr. Doom.